This is Mr. Alden, and today we are going to be solving a system of equations by substitution. The system that we are going to be solving is negative 5x minus y equals 14 and 8x plus y equals 4. Now, because in this system, neither equation has a variable that is isolated, we need to do that first. So I'm going to choose the second equation to do that because it has a positive y all by itself. So this is going to be the easiest one to solve for. So to start off, I'm going to take 8x plus y equals 4, and I'm going to subtract 8x from both sides. So the 8x and negative 8x, or minus 8x, eliminates, leaving me y equals 4 minus 8x. So now what I can do is I can take this expression right here, 4 minus 8x, and I can substitute that into the first equation. So I take, for step 2, my first equation, negative 5x minus y equals 14. And where I see y at, I'm going to substitute the expression 4 minus 8x. So now this is going to become negative 5x minus, and I want to put my expression in parentheses because there's a minus sign before the y. There's a reason for that. We'll find out about in just a second. So because that minus sign is before the y, that means I'm subtracting the 4 minus 8x. So I'm going to use a little distributive property so that I can change the signs on my terms. So it becomes negative 5x minus 4 plus 8x equals 14. Now, before I start eliminating terms, I want to make sure that I've simplified both sides as much as possible. So I have a negative 5x here and a positive 8x here. So I want to make sure to combine those. So negative 5x combined with positive 8x gives us a 3x. So now we have 3x minus 4 equals 14. So now we have both sides simplified as much as possible. So now what I want to do is I simply want to solve for x. So to start off with, I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So those will eliminate one another. So on the left side, I've got 3x, and on the right side, I have 18. Then I want to divide both sides by 3. So that leaves me x equals 6. Now that's good to know. So now I have x equals 6. We solved for that first variable. So now I want to take this number, the x equals 6, and I want to substitute that now into the second equation, into the 8x plus y equals 4. So 8x plus y equals 4. And so now I'm going to substitute 6 for x. So 8 times 6 plus y equals 4. Well, 8 times 6 is 48. 48 plus y equals 4. So I will now subtract 48 from both sides. That leaves us y equals negative 44. So probably our solution is going to be 6, negative 44. But I need to test that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double check. So I'm going to take my first equation, negative 5x minus y equals 14, and I'm going to substitute 6 for x and negative 44 for y. So I'm now going to say negative 5 times 6 minus negative 44 equals 14. Simplify my terms. Negative 5 times 6 is negative 30 minus negative 44. Oops, and I forgot my I think, my little question mark. I want to say I think that equals 14 because I'm not sure yet. Now I can rewrite this. I can say negative 30 plus 44, I think, equals 14. Because remember, when we're subtracting a negative number, we can end up adding it. And negative 30 plus 14 gives us 14. So 14 does, in fact, equal 14. Well, we've got the first one, so let's double check the second one. So we've got 8x plus y equals 4. So now we're going to say 8 times 6 plus negative 44, we think equals 4. Well, 8 times 6 is 48 plus negative 44, we think equals 4. And as a matter of fact, it does equal 4. So that verifies that 6 negative 44 is our solution. Happy solving!